Hello and welcome to the lecture series on economics of growth and development. In the previous classes, we have seen the general characteristics of developing countries. Then we moved on to understand the economic characteristics, the technological characteristics, as well as the demographic characteristics of the same. In today's class, I'll be talking about the socio-cultural characteristics of underdeveloped countries or developing countries. So let's get started. So economic development has a lot to do with human endowments, the social attitudes of the masses, the political conditions and the historical accidents in relation to that particular nation. And as a result, socio-cultural characteristics also play an important role in a sense that they are either constraints on development or defined as characteristics on development. So let us look at the first characteristic, which is the non-conducive attitude of the masses. The attitude of the masses is non-conducive to economic development. And as a result of that, you see that most of the developing countries and the masses and their attitude towards the process of development is negligent. So this is the first characteristic or the first socio-cultural characteristic of developing countries or underdeveloped countries. Let us now move to the second point of importance, which is the second point of socio-cultural characteristic of developing countries, that is nepotism, bribery, favoritism, corruption, and all of that creates havoc, and as a result of that you don't see good process of development happening in such countries. But unfortunately, we have to see this as a characteristic of underdeveloped countries or developing countries. Rather, these are all constraints on the same. So I hope the second point is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the third point, which is attitude towards education. Now, attitude towards education has been a concept which has been discussed primarily by various economists while giving the concepts of different development indicators. But this is again a problem as far as socio-cultural characteristics is concerned. You have poor gross enrollment ratio, you have poor teacher to student ratios, then you have problems with respect to access of education, then you have negligent attitude towards education, to be very precise, in most of the developing countries. So this is again a socio-cultural constraint on development, but we study it as a characteristic of, or as a socio-cultural characteristic of a developing country. Let us now move to another important concept, which is called as conspicuous consumption, that is expenditure on luxury goods as well as sin goods or bad goods, that is on alcohol or probably tobacco or any other form of intoxicant. So this is again a very popular feature or characteristic of developing countries. You find majority of people going on spending their income on such commodities which are either considered as luxury or are sin goods. So this is again a characteristic or socio-cultural characteristic of least developed countries or underdeveloped countries or developing countries. Let us now move to the next concept, which is the religious dogmas. Now these act as a hindrance to the process of development. These dogmas can be with respect to gender, these dogmas will be with respect to probably say education, these dogmas will be with respect to work conditions or working access and all of that. So you can see that female should not work is one of that dogmas. So most of the religions in India, to be very precise, practice this form of discrimination. Then early marriages is again a very dominant form of discrimination which is being undertaken in most of the parts of developing countries. Then you also have limited education to the girl child. That is again a problem as far as countries like India is concerned or any other developing country is concerned. So therefore this is again a socio-cultural constraint or socio-cultural characteristics of least developed countries or underdeveloped countries or developing countries. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. I started with something called as the human endowments and the socio-cultural aspect of it, as well as the political and historical background of the same, to define something called as the economic development. That is, they are important to understand economic development. But with respect to the same, you have certain socio-cultural characteristics which define a developing economy. So what are these? These are the non-conducive attitude of the people. Then you have corruption, bribery, nepotism, favoritism and all of that. Then you have bad attitude towards education. Then we have conspicuous consumption, and thereafter we have something called as religious dogmas. So I hope the idea of socio-cultural characteristics of developing countries is pretty much clear. Please stay tuned. Thank you.